And I know you have your coffee, but
Cheers.
ladies and gentlemen, we have Kalpana and we are in India live from Bollywood. Yay! How are
Hi,
you?
I'm good, Valencia. How are you?
And wonderful. Oh, it's so exciting. This is going to be such an experience for us to have traveled today to
I
see.
know.
Yes, welcome to Champagne and Conversations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kalpana, and she is going to be our amazing salsa instructor. And we wanted to just meet and greet her, show her some love. And we're going to be planning an amazing night where we're going to salsa dance. But I at least wanted to have a conversation first. And let's just say that it is what time where you are in India?
It is 8 a.m. Yes. Hence the
So
coffee.
thank you. Yes, so
Of
needless
course.
to say, she has coffee and I, of course, have bubbly. And you say in India, the champagne is called,
So it's one of the more famous ones. It's called the Sula champagne. So that's one
well,
of the more famous.
we'll have to make sure you get that for our
Yes.
event. Yay. Yes, yes, yes. So your videos on your 5 minute videos that are on the Instagram, and ladies and gentlemen, you can see her name, Kalpanya. Um, and actually on your Instagram handle, it's let us know exactly how that goes so that they can follow you.
So the Instagram handle is VBM Kalpana. V for victory, B for Bombay, M for monkey. Kalpana.
Kalpana,
Yes.
Kalpana. Let me make
Kalpana.
sure that I
That's fair. That's fair. Don't worry.
say that
I'm used,
correctly.
I'm used to a lot of variations on my name, so it's fine.
Yes. So I did work out a little bit so that I would be familiar with our basic step and putting in
Ah,
our hip and then
mhm.
working in the pelvic and then moving the arms. So I was like, yes, we're gonna do it. And the funny thing is when we got to the step and you were like left, right, left, and I was like, wait, there's a break before we get to the right, left, right. I was like, slow
Yes,
it down. So
yes.
this is what happens when you're in quarantine, when you're in stay home. We
Which
have
is why when we're gonna do the class, it's gonna be really, break it all down and you learn how to do it exactly. So don't worry about it.
So, talk to us about how you started in this. It's just amazing that you are an instructor. You're in India,
Yeah.
as we know, Bollywood,
Yes.
but you're in India and you're a salsa instructor. So, just talk to us about how you got into that.
Okay, so I think I was telling you about it that it actually started as a New Year resolution. So I was working my regular corporate job, and I was, at a point where I was just sick of it. I would work and I would go back home and then home and work again, and I just really wanted to do something. So 2009, my resolution was that okay, you know what, I'm gonna change something and I'm gonna do something new. And I didn't want to take any regular class because in India you have a lot of Bollywood classes, belly dancing classes, but I didn't want to take those. I wanted to try something new. And turns out that the city I was in at that point was starting these new salsa lessons. And I was like, ooh, salsa. Okay. I've always sort of seen a version of it. Dance with Me is one of my favorite movies. The one with Cheyenne. It's always been one of my favorite movies. So I just immediately envisioned myself doing one of those things. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go try a salsa class. And I did 2010 January as a New Year resolution. I started my first batch and I was immediately hooked. I mean, obviously, I didn't take it professionally for many years after, but I was immediately hooked. The music is amazing. And just the concept of everybody dancing with everyone, like I just fit right in. Like I thought that I fit right in. There were just no rules and it was beautiful. So that's how I started. And then I sort of it started sort of taking over me, and I would feel myself at work just sort of working on my torso movement, working on my shoulder movement, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I think it's time to take this a little bit more seriously now. So then I quit my job, I got myself trained to become an instructor, and now here I am doing it 10 years, going strong.
Wow, 10 years.
Yes, 10 years.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes, you look like, I mean, yeah, I mean, definitely your dancing is graceful. So you obviously have been at it for so long. But now
Thank you.
you had mentioned that you've come to the US to study some of it as well, different classes
Yes.
and such. Okay.
Yeah. So I traveled to New York in 2016, and there is a very, very famous salsa instructor called Eddie Torres, who
Uh-huh.
is considered to be like, the father of modern salsa and mambo, actually. And so I went and I took a few classes from him. And there are a couple of other instructors. There are these very famous teams in New York which perform all over the world. So I did a few classes with them as well. I was in California for about 2 months when I was working. So they sent me there on some project. So I used up that time and I went for every class possible, every salsa social possible. So I was very grateful to have that exposure there, and it sort of kept me on my toes to find out what's happening, what's the latest that's
Right.
happening out there. So yeah, I did that. That was 2012, and New York was 2016. So it was
Here
amazing.
we
It was
are, 2020, and you're instructing
a
by
year.
Zoom. So how is it now that we're all in stay home? And obviously you've mentioned that you two are on the same, stay home
Yeah,
requirements and such. So you pretty much changed your business from studio um,
yeah.
to home to Zoom classes.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the first 2 months, I was just like, okay, I have no idea what to do
Yeah,
because, salsa is primarily a partner dance, right? So, how are we going to manage? And I myself don't have a partner as such. I teach on my own. So,
I don't feel bad then because I was just sitting here thinking, is it a partner class? Because I don't have a partner. I'm like, please, no.
yeah, I know, no. So it isn't. And that's when I realized that, salsa can actually be a lot more than just a partner dance, where in terms of there's just so much in terms of music, in terms of body movement. And under salsa, there are these other dance forms which are there, which people like to learn. So I was like, okay, I mean, of course, at the core of it, it's still partner work, but there are so many other things that we can work on. And there's no point in just stopping to dance and hoping when the situation gets better that we'll all come in. So let's kind of just keep working, work on ourselves, work on our body movement, work on our shoulders, work on our hips, and just get the groove going. And then whenever the partner work is back
That's
on,
it.
we'll just
Then the
jump right in.
sexy time starts. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just jump right in. And so
Yeah.
I had to switch my classes online. I have been extremely grateful that I've been getting students who've been coming for those classes, and it's been going on for the last 3 months now. But I can't wait for it
Congratulations.
to be over. So I want to go back dancing.
I
But yeah,
know
let's.
it looked so fun. You were in a club and you were
Mhm.
teaching it where you were instructing a class, and it just looked so fun. And how it started for me was I was just sitting in doing my creative planning for the week and put the music on. And I said, when we were able to move around. There used to be classes like on Thursday night. You would just go listen to some music and, have some cocktails. And it was fun. And I said, oh my goodness, I wish we could do it. So I'm in here moving furniture and I'm like, I'm just going to practice. I'm going to find some music and I'm just going to practice. So I did that. And then it felt like therapy. So then it
Mhm.
felt like it was, already obviously the mood, the vibe, the art of it all, the sexiness,
Yes,
like I said, the body rhythm and that, it just took off like stress and it just
yes,
kind of felt good. And so
yeah.
with that, I said, you know what? I think we're on to something here. I think we have to create an event, even if we do it once a month where, we get together. And so then I just started looking for someone and I found you.
I know. I cannot believe you found me, and I responded, and then everything just fell in place. That was amazing. That was just
Yes,
very.
it's amazing. And I've been
Yeah.
watching you on Instagram, of course, doing your 5 minute classes. And I was like, let me at least get the basics together. So in the event that we have the start of it, and I'm going to actually share. So guys, we're going to be putting together an event, and we're going to actually do it around my birthday, which will be September. So we're looking at probably the 18th, and it'll be a Zoom event. And we will post it, and then we will do it private. So we won't do a live class, so everyone won't be embarrassed. But when we get it together and we all feel real confident, then we'll come out
We'll put a voting together.
like a performance, and we'll just do a whole big thing. But I think that it'll be fun. Again, taking some of the stress off, adding a little bit of sexiness to what we like to call an experience, and we can enjoy one another. We can, of course, have a conversation in between. And just make it fun. That is what I'm really, really excited about. And I'm so excited that we were able to connect and have you to come on and talk about the salsa. So, I mean, just from your perspective as it relates to salsa and the therapy of it all, what do you have conversations about with your classes, just in terms of, are they going through things right now with the COVID, and this is something that they can relax and enjoy themselves? How are you having to handle your classes?
So I think everybody just being stuck at home and work has just sort of taken over every room and every space that's possible. That when they just, log into class and they're just moving around and doing something different, suddenly shifting their focus from what it was to like now suddenly this, I
Yeah,
think it just sort of it unwinds them, it relaxes them. And the fact that they come every week is the testimony to that, right? So they and I can see that okay, they really want to get the step right. They really want to focus on doing that. So it's just like, let me not think about anything else that's going on. Let me just focus on what's happening currently. Give this 1 hour my best and try to get learn what's there. And they've been so resilient, and it's been amazing to see that. And I mean, of course, there have been a lot of people who've been hesitant to do online classes as well, because it doesn't have the personal connection and stuff like that. But to those who are there and who would like to join our classes, let me tell you that I try to make my class as personal as possible. This is me, this is how the classes are. And we try to keep it fun. It's just all about you just getting out there, picking up something new, and just relaxing, and just not having to think about whatever else is going on, and just letting
right.
yourself loose. Yeah, so
Enjoying
that's
that
what.
moment. And you
Yeah,
have
just.
both men and women in your
Yeah.
classes? Okay. And they take them at the same time. You don't have separate classes for men and women.
I do have separate classes where I do like ladies styling classes. Those are
Okay.
separate. But then there are these generic body movement and footwork classes, which are for men and women. So that
Okay.
works out.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yes, just so that everyone knows that it's not just for women, we'll certainly be excited to have the men involved as well. And as
Mhm.
long as we're on the stay home, we won't have partners, but once we can
Yeah.
join together, then maybe we can make it something. And you can actually come and join us here in the US once
I
everything
would
opens
love
back
that.
up.
I
Yeah.
would love to do that. Yes. I,
Yes.
I really enjoyed my time there. I went around everywhere possible, and it was such a blast. I can't wait to be back. I still
And
have my visa valid, so yeah.
it was what, 16 you say was the last you were here?
2016 was the last that I was
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's time. You have new
Yeah.
friends now. It's time
Yeah. I know.
for you to come and have a good time with us as well. We're hoping that this is over really soon. How is COVID there in India? Overall, how are you all handling it? Obviously, are you still wearing your mask and all of that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not very good right now. Cases are on the rise. So things have opened up, because obviously we had a very serious lockdown for over 2 months. But then things had to open up after that. I think people are doing their best and being as careful as they can. So I see everybody in my apartment, or when I go out to pick up my groceries, everybody's wearing a mask. There are sanitizers outside. we're trying to maintain social distance as much as we can, but we're just so many of us that that sometimes it may not appear that way, but I think everybody is trying to do the best that they can in these
Yes,
times.
yes,
But
and
yeah, so like traffic is crazy in the city that I'm from, Bangalore, and it is not as bad. So I'm kind of enjoying just that little bit of it. I take my car out for a drive and I just rip on the roads, enjoying the free roads for once. Uh, but that's probably the only thing I'm liking right now. But yeah, otherwise, I think everybody is just hoping that this gets over and we can all just get back to
yes.
our regular lives as soon as possible.
Yes. And so with the classes that you instruct, I know salsa is that traditionally the most popular class, or it's not as popular as, say, one of the other classes that you have on your 5 minute. How does that fare?
So salsa is gaining popularity, I would
Okay.
say. Salsa has been in India only for about maybe the last 15 years, 12 to 15 years. So there are other dance forms which are much more popular. For example, Bollywood is a separate dance form. And then belly dance is very, very famous. And there's a lot of hip hop that's come in. So I would say salsa is the only reason why maybe salsa becomes an issue is because you need to get a partner, and then that becomes like an additional thing. So but it is becoming quite popular now. We have salsa socials in Bangalore thrice a week. So everybody gets together and dances with each other, and at each socials there are probably about 80 to 100 people.
Mhm.
So in the city that I'm from, there's about a strong community of 200 to 250 dancers. So that's pretty good.
That's
That's
special.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's special. So I would say it's on its way to becoming the one of the more popular ones, but it's definitely there. Yeah, I would definitely put it in the top 10.
You mentioned hip hop. What do you all do with hip hop?
I don't.
You do,
I
oh,
would
you
love
don't.
to. No,
What is it? What are you doing? What are they doing in terms of hip hop? Are they just dancing to hip hop music, or is it an actual form of dance?
so they're dancing to, I mean, they learn the dance form hip hop. So there's urban hip. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at it. I don't know much about it.
Well,
I've
luckily I
only
didn't ask you to stand up and show us.
so
Okay, I can teach you that part, and then you can teach us salsa. We got it. Don't worry about it. I just want to know what you all already know so that we can bring in the rest from the hip hop.
I I don't, but there are some extremely skilled hip hop dancers in India, and there's a lot of b-boying in India as well.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of that, and they're really good at what they do: popping and locking, house music,
How long
urban
has
hip.
that been there?
Again, I would say about old school hip hop has been around probably the longest. So, but now I see a lot of new terms coming up, and there are some incredibly talented dancers teaching those. So, yeah,
You'll
it's
have to
it's
send
it's
me some of their
I will
IG so I can take a look at it. Um,
definitely.
so with the hip hop part of it, as you mentioned with the popping and locking, are they out doing performances? Are they just like out on the street, or do they get together in clubs and dance?
So I don't know if they get out on the streets, but I know that they have in studio these dance battles.
Okay.
They organize these events where they sort of do that. Street dancing in India is not just a thing yet. So
But
we we
that
reserve.
was like in our 80s, that was kind of the thing, especially in New York and in California. So I just was wondering if they adopted the entire culture,
No,
or just okay.
no,
They've taken the art form and they put it
in the
somewhere else.
art form.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
that's still very cool though. This It's nice
yeah.
to hear, and that it's been there for some years. The the b-boy part of it, as well as I guess you say the hip hop. So with that, is it just listening to hip hop music? Is that what you're saying in terms of what they dance and stuff too? Do you know any of the songs that they love?
I know this one is pretty famous. It's by Madcon Begging You. I see a lot of videos of that one. Have you heard that?
No,
Begging you, put your
you have to
love
send
in.
that to me and see.
I
I'll have to take a
I
look at
like
it.
it. Link to that. We can probably cut out this part where I was singing and dancing. Yeah.
Oh no, it's all great. We need all of the entertainment. Remember, it's Friday night here, so this is our entertainment for now. We don't have anything to do.
Gee, thanks.
I created the whole vibe for the nighttime so that we could. I even wanted to make it look as if I had left this place.
I did too. See, it's 8 a.m. and I'm dressed up for you.
Love it. I love it. Thank you. I know that's the only time that I can dress up. It's just like, okay, I'll come from upstairs, downstairs, and I'll sit here with my favorite thing, and then that'll be what we'll do. So having the Zoom conversation is awesome because it at least makes it seem as if I have, company. That bad. It's just so bad when you're like, what are we
I
gonna do? We could
I
text, we could talk. Yeah, one of
agreed.
those things. We could have cooking night. Like let's get on a Zoom and share recipes. It's just one of those things. You got to get creative, right?
I yes, yes,
And I
definitely.
am excited about it. So yes, when we start our salsa classes, at least we'll have something to talk about, and everyone I'm sure will be at different levels in terms of, their footwork and all of the things that come along with being able to get the groove. I'm gonna of course act like I know what I'm really doing. So don't mind me. I just got to do it that way. But yeah, we'll be really excited about getting started with you and
Yeah.
having this as a night, a vibe of, salsa. And like I said, the music and our conversations, we can certainly have some sola,
Mm-hmm.
champagne, sula, sula.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So we'll make sure that we get you. We've got to figure out a time so that you're
Yeah.
not doing our class at 8 in the morning. That's not going to be fun for you, right?
I'm okay with doing it at 8 in the morning. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but you'll be
Seven,
making coffee.
seven is okay too. Yeah, that's fine.
You say 7 is good also?
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay.
Oh, wow. You're just such a pioneer in that. I love it. I know you're so dedicated too. And so with this is what you do every day, all day in terms of your business. Okay.
Yes, yes. This
That's
is what I do.
awesome.
This is what I have been doing for the last 5 years. So yeah.
That is awesome. I'm so excited. Now, do you have any are there any celebrities that you've trained that have done videos and you've had to share like how to do certain things as far as the dance part?
I don't have videos with the artists as such,
Mm-hmm.
but um, but yeah, I like I said, so there's something called salsa congresses that happen every week all over the world,
Okay.
and I've had the fortune of actually going to some of the really good ones abroad. There have been some that I've been to, and I've had the opportunity to meet these artists and
Yep.
train from them. And there are a lot of them that have come to India for the Salsa Congress over here, and I've had the opportunity to meet them and train with them as well. So yeah, it's been sort of good to just keep up with what's happening out there, because these guys are actually like the pioneers coming up with new style, bringing up something old and making it famous, the way they do their shows and all of that. So it's been nice to sort of train from them and learn from them directly. And now that there are online classes, I also make sure that I attend classes of those instructors who I really like, so that I keep up my skill level, so that when I teach my students, I know what I'm talking about, and it's not just so it's been that way. It's been good where I've been able to access these instructors instead of having to travel halfway across the world, but maybe just waking up at 8 a.m. and then attending their class.
Jumping on the Zoom, right?
Yeah, I actually do a couple of classes where I have to get up early or stay up late, but yeah, it's been good. It's been a great learning experience to do that.
Yeah, I am excited about unfortunately with everyone going through certain situations with the COVID, it has been an awesome opportunity to connect with people that we would not have traditionally been able to do this. Yes, just us being on the Zoom. Actually, we were texting, and the times that we've been texting have been great. And it's really just, it has like a real nice calming sense to it, to be able to hear when you're still able to do what you love, the
Yeah.
passion that you've turned into a purpose, and you're able to heal with just the dancing. Like I stated, it did come over as something therapeutic, which is why I wanted to offer it to my friends and such, to say, let's get together and do something a little bit different. So for you to be able to still be able to take your classes and learn more and teach more, and you probably have gotten more students. Of course, you're going to get some more now. So that's just even more exciting as it relates to stay home, and the fact that we do have to go and cope with this COVID-19. But it does have its benefits. Unfortunately, there are still a lot of unfortunate people that are losing family members and such. But for us, and the creatives have been able to connect and be
Yes,
able to experience some new things and share and help one
yes,
another. So I'm excited about that with everything that we have going on in the world right now. It's just,
definitely.
it's such a trying time. And
Yes.
you being light and love and excited and, willing to want to come and say, yes, let's open up and do this. It's just, I am thankful for that. I'm thankful
Oh, no,
for
I'm
it.
thankful to you for reaching out. And, it was just such a pleasant surprise when I read your message. I was like, that sounds like fun. Yeah, let's do that. And then once we spoke, it was just like, yeah, I have to do this, you know?
I'm all about fun. I mean, I think when I first started with my IG, I was just like, to know me is to love me, because that is just what it is. My kids are older, so I just don't have them, all over the place, but just to enjoy life and do some new things. And of course, this would be something, like I said, we would traditionally be going to a club to do, but because we
Yes.
can't, we still kind of find ways. So leave it to me to create something music
Yeah.
wise, incorporate, of course, our cocktails and such, and
Mhm.
making it something of an experience. That is
Yeah.
what we are thriving to do in this time, so that we're all not like, oh, what are we going to do?
Oh, I know. I know.
And sad.
And trust me, like once you when you do come for the class and you listen to the music and you just start moving, it just takes your mind off of so many things. And it is going to be therapeutic, as you said. It's going to be a
Yes,
lot of fun, and it's going to be therapeutic, and it's something that stays with you, so you take it back with you, and you just, when you get back into your regular work, you're still thinking, okay, nice, and then you want to get back that feeling again, so you'll come back again the next time. So
yes, the
that's
vibe.
just, yeah,
Yes.
that's just how it is. Yeah.
And you're gorgeous. So that gives, especially if the men are coming to the class, yes, they're like, oh, the instructor. Oh, she's I'm just gonna sign in and watch her dance. That'll be awesome. The next you'll be saying, okay, we all have to order costumes so that we can have the entire
Yes.
we'll
Yes.
do our own t-shirts or something for the classes, so that
Champion.
everyone can look the same, and maybe a cute skirt or something. We'll see.
Oh, yeah. And a hat. We have to get a hat.
And a hat. Yes, we have our hat sponsor now, so we'll have to let her know we're actually going to get you one for sure. I'm going to have her to do a consult with you, but ultimately, yes, we'll get our own salsa outfits. So we can be ready. That'll be too cute, especially if we decide to go live after
I
we learn.
know. That'll be
Yes,
amazing.
yes. I was laughing because, like I said, when I was trying to do the 1, 2 step, three, wait, you gotta wait on the beat, okay?
Oh, it's very easy. You'll get it.
Yeah,
Like this.
you made it seem easy, but what happened was, because I didn't want to be like at the very beginning, I wanted to act as if I was slightly an overachiever. I didn't do the step one, which was the steps. I came in where you started moving the hips. So I was like, okay. Then you had the arms. So I was like, oh yeah, I got it now. But then when you said, let's put it all together, I was like, shit. I was like, I was moving with you until you said, okay, now put the leg movements with it. I was like, uh-oh, let me go back and rewind. So that is
Uh,
going to be so funny, but that's why I said we probably won't go live, so no one will get embarrassed about the steps. But once we get going, guys, we
we
will have
definitely
fun.
should. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Palpanya, thank you so, so much for joining us. I know that you got up early to be able to talk with us, and we were excited to come to India and visit you and
I wish I
hear.
could show you outside, but maybe when we can. I wish I could just take you around and show you. But right
Yeah,
now, this is my house. This is what you have to see.
that is fine. We're there. We're so in there. It's just amazing to even have step one done. I feel like we've accomplished a lot, and next is just going to
Wow.
be more amazing, guys, to get started with her. She's such a beautiful spirit, and we're excited to do this. So my birthday weekend,
Mhm.
September 18th, we'll probably do. We'll pick the time so that it's still great for everyone. And we'll keep the details going from there. But I certainly do appreciate you carving out some moments to talk and share how you got started in salsa and
Yes,
and teaching us on what we're going to be doing. And I guess I'm assuming that it will be a real basic start to the class.
absolutely.
Then you'll do it in.
Absolutely. We'll
Okay.
be starting from scratch. So with the feet, everything, hands, everything. We'll just talk about everything slowly, but not too slowly because we want to have fun also. So it's gonna be like a mixture of details and fun at the same time. So don't worry, be good
Now,
fun.
shoes, do we need the flat feet or do we need a heel?
No, I think flat feet would be fine. So any not ballerinas, any closed shoes, or if you are at home and you just want to wear a pair of socks, that's fine. No flip flops. Um, if you have heels, that's all. I mean, because if I was at
Thank you,
home, I
because
would
I
probably
live in a flip flop.
yeah, that's it. So I had to specify that. If you have heels that sort of, hold your ankles together, not what do I mean? Hold your ankle together, not hold your ankles together. So that would be just weird.
Let's see. So
and
maybe
and
not this.
no, maybe not this because
No.
then your foot will not be stable. So if you have
Okay.
one of those booties which probably come all the way
Okay.
up to your ankle, that would be fine as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
something to keep your ankle in place, I would say, so that
Yeah.
you don't end up twisting it. Yeah,
We'll
but
start with the flat feet.
I think flat feet is better. Yes, I'll probably show off in my heels just a little bit, but.
I'll find
You
my
have your
booty.
you have your hat. I should get my heels.
Okay, that's it. We'll do it. We'll make it
I,
work. Matter of fact, we may have to all do hat and heels. That may be what it's called.
yes. Oh my God, yes.
I
Sounds
love
great.
it. You're amazing. Thank you so, so much for getting on this call with us and sharing. And we are going to plan and we're going to have a good time. And of course, we'll keep in contact up until we get ready for this. But I do appreciate your time. And I know it's early. Hopefully, you can get a little bit more rest before you have to start your
Yes, I have my
week.
classes all day today, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kalpana. Ladies and gentlemen, our salsa instructor and our new friend to Champagne and Conversations from Bollywood. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. See you soon.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.